Paragon, the perfect Minecraft prison. Hidden millions of blocks out on our Minecraft server, Paragon was built for one sole purpose. It was just a singular obsidian platform suspended hundreds of blocks above lava. Escaping this place was practically impossible. I had a former best friend who had trapped me here in the first. Weefies wasn't always like this, but 6 months ago after found me in the first place. But that's when I had an idea. Who killed my best friend, banning him from the unstable SMP forever. And they call themselves the Director. They can be literally anyone on this server, but I wasn't going to let this stop me from exposing their identity. So, following the death of my friend Weefies, I joined the server's most powerful bounty hunter team, Bat, and over the past few months, we've risked everything, and even our lives, all to answer a single question. Who is the Director? And what do they want from us? But even after all of this, we still know nothing about them. Over the server. Despite having an entire army at his disposal for months, even Lettuce was never able to save Spawn and do what I had just promised. So, if I managed to pull this off in just 100 days, I would prove to the server that I actually cared and was worthy of being king. However, my friends, Fimata, Horus, and especially my speech to the people of Unstable, I also promised that after joining the server, new players would have a safe place to be. After escaping Spawn, players head to Capital City, since there are houses and jobs there. But Capital City is currently run by an extremely greedy mayor who doesn't care about his own people. So, to make it as safe and fair as there once was a team called the Invisible Mafia. Led by the player Ashswag, the Mafia had one rule. Stay invisible, no matter what. You see, whenever someone joined the Mafia, they were forced to throw an ender pearl into a stasis chamber, and if that player's identity was ever revealed, they would be teleported and killed. Through this evil method of control, the Mafia grew to thousands of members, and conquered civilization after civilization after civilization. But just as it seemed like the server had lost all hope, a small alliance of players fought back but it was already too late. Due to the Mafia's greed, most of the world's resources had been looted, and since then, players have been in a constant struggle for survival. However, rumor has it that these resources were never destroyed. Instead, they were hidden somewhere out on the unstable SMP, in a place called the Tomb of the Mafia. If you can make the trap for me, I will get him inside of there. Since the election started, Lettuce has been 6,000 votes ahead of all of the other candidates, and even though it seemed like beating him was impossible, I had a plan. You see, Lettuce gained most of his votes at the start of the election, when he captured my friend Wembu and promised to execute him when he became king. But, a few weeks ago, Wembu escaped Lettuce's custody and fled to the Great Sea, and I was one of the only players who knew about this. Unstable SMP, Lettuce K, the leader of Law, held a server-wide emergency announcement, where he declared that he would be hosting an election for the first king of Unstable. It was obvious that the election was never meant to be fair, and Lettuce simply planned on becoming king himself. I had to stop him. I managed to secure 109 votes and qualify for the election. But from here, beating Lettuce would be no easy task, since I was nearly 6,000 votes behind him, at the very bottom of the entire candidate pool. And so, with the election just about to begin, Lettuce gathered all of the candidates together to make an important announcement.
Every 2 weeks, the candidate pool will be cut in half. So since there are 16 of you, in 2 weeks' time, only the top 8 of you in votes will...
Worst fear, the guard had gone completely invisible, and if he managed to make it to the castle, he would definitely hand over the owl's mess danger. But, seeing that there were no other guards in the area, I realized that this was my chance. I had to kill him. If the owl knew some sort of information about Lettuce like he was saying, I could use it in the debate against him. But since the owl didn't want to meet up for another few days, Theo and I decided that Theo, this is not working, bro.
8 will stay inside of the castle, while the bottom 8 will live in the towers on the walls. This is for your own safety.
Parrot and Parrot, good luck in the debate. I'm really rooting for you.
Hello! Welcome everyone to the first of many debates. I'm here to introduce you guys to the start of our brand new election, where today we'll get to meet the 16 candidates that you guys all voted for. They're going to be going head-to-head in 1v1s, and it's going to be led by our commentator, Spectacle, one of the most trusted, honest members of Law. Thank you.
Hello everybody. My name is Spectacle, one of the members of Law. I will be the commentator for today's debate. This debate will be split up into 8 total matches between 2 of the candidates. First up, we have Horace versus Game of Clowns. So, Horace, as a builder, if you become king, how will you build up the server's systems and infrastructure?
Everyone will get free baguettes.
I could totally go for a baguette right now, but we gotta go through...
So if I become queen, no one gets left behind.
No way! There's no way! There's absolutely no way! Let's go! Let's actually go, bro! That's crazy!
We have Lettuce K, Parrotx2,
Of killing one of our own lawmen. Eye for an eye. Off with his head. And let it be known.
Stumbled across a small town. All of the houses here were destroyed, and the place was completely our surprise, a player with a strain had no clue what this guy's deal was. But if he was actually serious about fighting us, and with the town completely gone, there was nowhere for the hacker to hide. If it was what we thought it was, then we were in a lot of trouble. Had been destroyed. Because of this, Leo took off his own helmet, giving it to Newfly. But no matter who had the helmet, one thing was clear. Newfly, who was Leo's right-hand man, and Leo himself, who was the leader of this place.
I wish you the best of luck, man.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye, Newfly.
I'll see you guys.
Even though we had just outsmarted the hacker, we were now stuck inside of this base with him. And knowing that we couldn't run or hide, it's real me, the best player in all of Minecraft. And no, by best player, I don't mean the best player on this server. Out of all 200 million people who play Minecraft, it is literally ranked number 1, which, now that I thought about it, was a bit strange, because what was the world's best Minecraft player? This was an elite bounty hunter team, led by the infamous player Leo. Unfortunately for me, Leo wasn't here to save me. Instead, he was here to kill it. But I knew that if we stayed here much longer, this was going to end badly.
The fact that you think we're similar at all sickens me. I just hate hearing you talk so much. I can't with you, man.
Hey, bro, what?